Today I'm going to present what is the interface. Okay, for doing Java program or sixth experiment, we need to know how the interface program we will implement by using Eclipse. Okay, so for that, what is interface actually? Interface in Java is similar type of class. How the class is concept, how the class is declared inside the Java program. Class contains set of members and member functions. Is it similar? Uh, Interface have set of functions or methods, but difference is that the methods inside the interface only declare inside the interface. The interface we are using to implement the feature of object oriented program, that is called an abstraction, data abstraction. Abstraction means hiding the implementation detail from the users, that is called an abstraction. So in the interface we only want to declare the function which we need to hide the implementation details. For implementing the particular function, we are using another classes which we are going to implement what the function we already declared inside the interface. Is it? So, for the class to invoke or to access the functions which we declared inside the interface, we use the keyword implements. That is the speciality of interface. That is interface which we are used to create with using interface keyword, interface space interface name. And if only we declare what are the constant field or what are the methods to implement the abstraction, that is what the method we need to hide the details that must include inside the interface. For implementing the interface, we need to use the keyword, we need to declare one class, and that class must contain the keyword implements. Is it? A class implements an interface. Then only we could enter or write the implementation details of that particular method we declared inside the interface. So a class extends class. Inheritance, we need to create one class from the parent class, one child class from the parent class, that will be denoted by the keyword extends. Is it? For implementing the interface, we used the keyword implements. So a class is used to implements interface because we need to write the implementation detail of interface inside the class. That is the concept of interface. Interface is used to create enable the feature data abstraction and also the multiple inheritance that is supported in Java program. Multiple inheritance means multiple base class will be there and only one child class. This is not the feature of inheritance in the Java program. To implement this multiple inheritance, we use the concept interface in Java program. Okay. So we are going to do one example program, that is we need to create one interface drawable, and inside that drawable we can have a function draw, and inside that interface we need not write the code for draw. Is it? But the same function we are implementing, whatever classes or how many classes we can include inside the Java program, we implement this draw function with a variety of special features. And another class we need to declare the main function, and from inside that main function we just invoke the function what we are implementing inside the classes. So by Eclipse, how we can do this interface program? For that we open this Eclipse, and for that we need to create one In Java Eclipse, we already know we include one package. Package means we need to create one Java new project. Inside that Java project only, we need to create whatever the classes or whatever the interfaces, etc. So here we right click and create new interface. Okay, so here we need to write the interface name. Drawable is the interface I am going to given. Inside the sample program, I used to create draw means draw one. This is the interface I am going to given. Then I finished. Okay, so here draw one is the interface. Here the package sample programs is here. Then public interface draw one. Here I am going to given one function void draw. This is one function I am going to insert. Only the declaration of the function. We not need to insert any code inside the interface because interface used to implement the feature abstraction. The hide the detail, hide the implementation detail from the user. So for implementing this draw function, we need to create two more classes, that is src create new class. This is for I create one class circle or whatever the class we need to create. Circle one name, whatever the name we want to given, I will give the name circle 1. Then here we need to insert whatever the method interface we are going to create. We already created one interface draw one. So draw one need to insert into that particular class. So we already declared the function draw that will be automatically generated to or given into the circle 1 class, and the implementation detail we need to write in the circle 1 class. Okay, so here I am going to given the finish button or click in the finish button. So it is automatically generated the code public void draw because already we given the function draw inside the interface. We just inserted that interface into circle1.java. That's why the built-in functionality public class circle1 implements draw one. Okay, inside that I need to write one code or whatever the functionality for the draw one or draw function that should be written here. Out.println drawing circle. This is the statement I am going to write inside the draw function in circle 1 Java. Okay, then I need to generate another classes. We can have so many classes for implementing this draw function. It's not compulsory. That means that we can implement several classes or we can include several classes which we can implement the same interface. So here I newly created one class and given the name. Is it? Here also I need to insert this draw one. Draw one is the interface we need to enter. Then I'm going to given this finish button. So again the rectangle.java, that is another class that is generated. Inside that class we need to again give another feature or another implementation detail for the draw function. It's not same as in the circle class, is it? So here I am printing drawing rectangle. Okay, here I given one special system.out.println one statement extra This is not same as the circle one class. So another statement I given. Then for accessing or invoking or calling this draw function, we need to create one main function. Is it? From main function only, the program will start to execute. For that, we need to create one another class. This class is for to implement, for to enter the main function. Okay, so create. This is the class name. This class include public static void main. Inside that main only we create the object for whatever the interface we already created, and from by using that object only we invoke the draw function. So finish button. Here the another class test2.java that will be able, that will be created. Then public static void main is inside the this class or main function. Okay, so here we need to create object for which is the object, which is the interface we already given. Draw one is the object, is it? So here we created one object equal to for the interface draw one, and which draw function we need to invoke. Inside the circle one class, one draw function is there. So that function only we need to invoke by using the interface object. So I created the object for circle one. Okay, here by using this object I need to create the draw function inside the draw one. So dot operator that will be generated a drop down menu. Inside that the first function is draw function and from draw one interface. So I here included it. Is it? So here we only implemented or only accessed the function inside the circle1.java which name as draw, that is only declared inside the interface, and the implementation details we given in the circle1.java. Okay, so when I run it here, this is for running this program, we got the output console drawing circle. So here by using the dr object of the draw one interface, we invoke the function which we implemented inside the circle one class, and this is declared inside the draw one interface. Okay, but we already created the draw function implements draw one interface in another class rectangle, is it? The same function draw, it is implemented in another statement inside the or another feature inside the rectangle class or rect class, is it? So here from main function we need to invoke the draw function inside the rect class. What we need to create, we need to create the object for er equal to new rect. This is the object we need to create. We created one object for the interface draw one, but it need to access or invoke the class rect. Inside that rect we implemented the code for function draw that is already declared inside the draw one interface. For that only we created the object like this. Then er dot which object, which function, draw function from the draw one interface, is it? So here we declare or we access like this by using er object, draw one is the interface and which is invoke the class rect, and inside that class we one implemented one draw function that is declared inside that interface, and for interface we implements interface for the class rect. So here we created one object for the draw one er, and by using that er we invoke the function draw and we implemented the code rectangle. So here I am going to run this So here the statement drawing rectangle is again output console. Is it? Inside the main function, we only created the object for interface and which class implementation of that particular interface method we need to invoke that specifically that object that class should be mentioned whenever we created one object for the interface. Okay, the classes circle one and rect we are used to implements the interface. Implements means draw one is the interface we already declared. Inside that interface, only we need to enter the name of the method. This is called an abstraction or abstract method. So here we need to hide the details of implementation of draw function and which classes that are implements that particular interface. Here only we need to write the implementation detail of that particular method. Circle 1 inside rect we implemented the code for draw function which we declared inside the draw one interface. Okay, so interface is mainly activate or enable the feature of object oriented programming, that is data abstraction. 100% of abstraction that could be enabled by using the interface concept. Okay, then also the multiple inheritance inside the Java program we need to create by using this interface concept. Okay, hope you understood the feature interface. So next video I will explain about the abstract class.